everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope y'all have all had an amazing day. In this video today, we are doing our very first kiln loading. But first, we have a few things that we have to finish before we can fire. So we are just going to glaze 2 of these little trinket bowls, and then we're going to glaze the inside of a mug. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get started. And here's the mug I was talking about. I have already glazed the outside and it's already been through 1 glaze firing. I just totally forgot to glaze the inside. But luckily with pottery, you can fire it multiple times when it has already been glazed. So now, let's get started with all the fun stuff. So here's my kiln. The first step is to make sure all these plugs are in the kiln. Here's all the stuff, and the little thing that's covered up is an upcoming video, so it's a surprise. Funny story, we have chickens. So this chicken always loves to come and help me load the kiln. It never fails. Every time we're out there loading the kiln, she wants to be right there with us. Now here you see I'm measuring how tall that the posts have to be for each piece. So when picking out posts, you want to make sure there's a lot of headroom so that they can fit and the kiln shelf will not touch the top of your piece. And we are just loading it up piece by piece. And the way I do it is I try to put all my medium to taller things on bottom and all of the flatter things on top. And these are cookies, and you use cookies when you're terrified that one of your pieces are going to stick to your kiln shelf. So instead of sticking to a kiln shelf, it sticks to a cookie. And here's also a really cool tip. When you're doing a bisque fire, which a bisque fire is your first firing, you can stack all your pottery and they won't stick together, unlike if glaze touched glaze. It would melt together. So now this is how I set my kiln. Cone. 06, inner, speed, slow, inner, hold, none, inner, stop, start, let's go. Quick, quick. Hey, we on. And that is how I load and start my kiln. The firing we're doing is a bisque firing, so I have bisque items in there and I also have low fire glaze items in there. I can do this because they're the same cone, 06. So now it's the next day and you can pull your plugs out when it reaches 400, but be careful because it can be really hot. I've burned myself really bad on these before. And now you can see it is at 313, and when it gets close to 200, that is when you can crack your kiln. And once it gets under 100, that is when you can unload. It is still going to be really hot, but I'm very impatient, so I'm just very careful and wear oven mitts. You're really not supposed to unload it till it's completely cool, but like I said, I'm very impatient. And if you want to see this kiln being unloaded, you'll have to come back for part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you come back for more fun pottery videos in the future. See you later!